Example B, we're going to think about this problem in two different ways. The first way we're going to think about it is we're going to think of this negative symbol as the word opposite. And we're taking the opposite of this entire set of parentheses. So we're recording the opposite of 4x. So the opposite of 4x would be negative 4x. We're recording the opposite of subtracting 2y, which would be adding 2y. The opposite of adding 6, which would be subtracting 6. And the opposite of subtracting w, which would be adding w. Another way to think about this would be to say, okay, well, I better erase this. Is to think of this as a negative 1 in front. And then there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So I'm going to be multiplying by 1 term, 2 terms, 3 terms, and then finally 4 terms. So I'll be multiplying the negative 1 by this first term, 4x, and I will get negative 4x. I'll be multiplying this negative 1 by the second term, negative 1 times the second term, negative 2y. Like signs, you get a positive. I'm saying my multiplication rules. Negative 1 multiplied by the next term, positive 6. And we end up with, well, unlike signs give us a negative. And then I multiply the negative 1 by the next term, negative w. And like signs give you a positive. A negative 1 times a negative w gives us a positive 1w. And 1w is just the same as w. So I could have written instead, oops, I didn't even mean to do that. I could have written instead w. So let me just erase this, and I could have just written w. So I want to show you that we got the same thing. Negative 4x is the same as negative 4x. Plus 2y, we got plus 2y. Plus a negative 6, that looks different, but that's actually the same as subtracting 6. And the plus w looks exactly the same as the plus w down here. Now let's see, are there any like terms? Well, there's an x here, a y here, there's no variable in this, that's constant term, and then w. None of the variables are the same, so we don't have any like terms to combine. So we have finished this problem. This is our final answer, negative 4x plus 2y plus a negative 6 plus w. That expression is the answer.